Ooh, do I have some entertainment for you guys. You know we bought a storage unit recently for $600 and figured out the previous owner of that unit was in jail or went to jail for grand larceny, and inside the unit there was weapons amongst other things. Trust me, she's out now. She made herself full aware to us and started just going off on us. And of course, you know, I had to go back at him just to make this funny video. So let's get into this. So when I first released the videos on YouTube, by the way, if you haven't seen the storage unit videos, those links will be down in the description. You should check it out and see why they're so mad. I got a message from her after I released the first video from that storage unit. She said, since you're putting my business on Facebook, when you giving me my back? And then I replied back and said, maybe work on your attitude problems and this would not be an issue. And then she blocked me, so I figured that was the end of it, right? But yesterday, in the last video from that storage unit, we included a little segment at the end explaining what she had said and everything, and I guess that ticked her off a little bit. Guess what? I woke up this morning to being unblocked and having a lot of very friendly messages in my inbox, but you guys know I had to go in on her. So this is what I got when I woke up. I had a message that said, really? Another one that said, didn't you see what I said? I said don't put my stuff online. And you do it again and make me look like a, you know what? How did I make you look like a that? I really don't understand the logic there, but okay. Actually, first I put a post on Facebook asking if I should acknowledge this lady or just block her. Large amount of people on Facebook said to have fun with her, so we decided to have fun with her. I responded back and said, okay, I'll acknowledge you, let's have some fun. You blocked me, so who's the one acting like a female dog? No logic, nothing going on here, very hollow. And then she replies back and says, this beep is all fun and games to you, isn't it? I mean, if I'm being honest, I do love what I do, so it is kind of fun and games. And I replied back, if you must know, yes, it actually is. I thoroughly enjoy what I do. Thanks for asking. I appreciate your concerns for my happiness. When you have angry and miserable people, there's two things that annoy them to death. One is you being happy. When somebody else is miserable and they see you happy, they hate it. They hate it to death. So as many times as you can insert the fact that you love your life and you're happy, you're gonna get them more mad. Number two is sarcasm. It's often said sarcasm is the body's natural defense against stupidity, right? Well, this lady was putting up like an abnormal amount of stupidity that could have been used in like nuclear warfare. This could be dropped on a country and wipe them out. It's that much stupid in these messages. Naturally, my body did what it had to do to try to defend against this. It did sarcastic responses. So that's what I said. And then she said, you're a beefed up vulture. That's why you're stuck buying storage units. Try getting a real job. This is my favorite thing to get from people. I never understand their logic. It's like in their head, unless you're slaving away, working for somebody else, hating what you do, looking forward to the weekend and just absolutely hating your life, you don't have a real job. Like, what's your definition of a job? This is a real job. It makes us tons of money. We're super happy and we love what we do every single day. I just really think that annoys the crap out of some people because they hate their life, and when they see other people enjoying theirs, they just get mad and furious. They just want to take their anger out on you instead of working on themselves, which will probably reduce that anger just a little bit, just saying. So I replied and said, real job, doing what someone else tells you to do for a fraction of the pay? No thanks, I'll stick to enjoying what I do and loving every day. You can keep the misery with the little smiley face, the little smiley emojis again. You know, you just gotta show them we're happy over here, because it digs at miserable people. Then I asked a serious question. This is a genuine question I have, because this is not the first time we've had angry, bitter responses from people that own the units before. This has happened to us multiple times. When you put it on YouTube for the internet and the world to see, it's bound to happen. Now that we've been posting stuff on Facebook, it's reaching an even bigger audience, because what we learned recently is Facebook promotes a page, like even though we just upload videos, it's still technically considered a business page, and since we live in Virginia, it promotes this business to other people in Virginia. So when we're buying these people's units, we're getting the videos are being promoted to them because they're in Virginia too. So we've been dealing with this drama a lot more recently, but it is what it is. So I asked, can you help me to understand your logic a bit? You get in trouble and don't pay your bills. The storage facility therefore sells your stuff because you signed a contract. And somehow, all of this is the fault of the stranger, me, that bought the unit having no idea who it belonged to. Does that make too much sense? I know like some people when you talk to, you gotta make sure what you're saying doesn't make too much sense because it could hurt their head. She seems like one of those people, but I thought that was simple enough, wasn't it? Then she said, you bought New York stuff? I know she meant my stuff, but you bought NY stuff? Like, yes, technically that was your stuff, but when you signed the contract, there's this thing in this world called responsibility, and you're responsible for your actions, believe it or not. When you signed the contract and then you didn't fulfill your end of the contract, guess what? It's no longer your stuff. You signed and agreed to that. I don't understand how you're mad. And then she says, maybe you're deaf. I said you're vultures. This is instantly sarcasm kicks in, and I said, well, if you can hear text messages through Facebook, then you have a special talent. I personally have to read them. them. I don't know about you guys watching this video, but do you have to read them or do you get to hear them? I don't hear them, I have to read them. And I said, but that's awesome, you have superpowers. Maybe you can teach me. You know, the sarcasm is what I do. I'm a sarcastic person. I just love being like that. And when people give me a reason to be, I can do it. I try to be nice. I really do. You guys have watched us know we have given back people their units free of charge multiple times. We even went as far as like buying brand new stuff for one family before and after giving back their entire unit for free. It's not about the money. It's about the way people approach it and how much of douchebags they are, basically. And then she comes back saying, being a smart just means you're dumb and you don't know how to take things seriously. I already went over this. Being sarcastic does not mean you're dumb. Being sarcastic means that your body's trying to naturally defend against stupidity. And like I said earlier, you're plunging a lot of stupidity at me, and it is a lot. At this point, she was just really getting annoying, so I decided let's go in sarcasm and insults merged into one. And I responded, speaking of dumb, you know a sentence is supposed to start with a capital letter, right? But then again, you don't learn that until first, maybe even second grade, so I might be expecting a bit too much from you. I mean, I'm just being honest here. She doesn't really seem like the type that got all the way to first grade. I mean, that's far. You have to go through kindergarten and that's it. But yeah, still a bit too far for her. And then I just had to be more sarcastic and I said, I can buy you some workbooks if you want. And then I sent a screenshot of like a K through first grade workbook on capital letters to her just to see if I could tick her off even more, because you know, the more mad she gets, the better our video is gonna be, the funnier it's gonna be. So, oh well, you shouldn't be a douche if you don't want people to be a douche back to you. It's common sense. And I said, free of charge. Just tell me where to send it. I'll send it right away. I mean, I really would have. If she would have sent me her address, I would have sent her that workbook. It was only $4. That would have been nice, help somebody out, you know what I mean? So then she goes, you talk a lot of crap because I'm a woman. If my husband got on here, you stop fast. Here we go with the victim playing. It's because of this, it's because of that. No, I'm talking crap because you started talking crap before. Remember what we talked about earlier? Responsibility for your actions. You can't just do something and when somebody does back, play victim. That's just stupid and it's annoying. Don't run your mouth if you don't want people to run their mouth back at you. I don't understand the logic. So, of course, again, had to be sarcastic. I was unaware that our gender made a difference in the way we typed on social media. Did you know? You read a message, can you tell is that written by a female or a male? No, you can't. No logic. So then I said, please don't tell me he's one of those big scary guys that types in all caps. I don't know if I'd be able to handle something that scary. Because you know, it's so terrifying when somebody puts all their letters in caps, it's like, oh no, he's so serious and scary now. Actually, we just think, wow, he's dumb. He's really trying to sound intimidating, but he's not doing a very good job at it. He's just making himself look stupid. But, you know, let's just play with him. And then she says, oh, why don't you find out for yourself? Oh no, she's the husband gonna type. Woo! Then I said, oh man, I think I'm fully prepared. The all caps does scare me though. When I see so many capital letters next to each other, I just start to panic. I do, it's crazy. How do you handle it? All those capital letters, oh, they're just terrifying. And then I get the, now what, mother? You know what? I'm like, oh no, I guess this guy's in here now. Now we're scared, he's typing. Oh, everything's different now. So I said, oh man, everything's so different now because you're supposedly a new person typing. I'm absolutely shaking in fear. You even cussed at me too? Man, you must be so scary and tough. Like when you have to cuss out other people through text messages over social media, you're an absolute just super tough killer. My super tough killer, I mean, wuss, that's really compensating for that fact. So, just saying, I wanted you to know that. And then we get the threats. I'll knock your fat, you know what, out cold. Will you really? Oh man, after that I was so terrified. I didn't know if I'd be able to sleep tonight. You see how much I'm shaking? I'm not shaking because I don't care. Your threats are harmless. And then I responded back, think you could actually reach my chin from way down there? So I went to her profile and I can see their pictures together. She doesn't look tall and he's even shorter than her. I mean, I'm guessing this dude's 5 foot at max. I'm 6'5", so that's a genuine question. Can you reach my chin? I don't know, I don't think so. Well, you did type cuss words, so you must be a big tough guy. Even though in your picture you look like a retired member of the Lollipop Guild. Like I said, he's like this tall, and if you've ever seen the movie The Devil's Rejects, you know what this guy looks like. That's basically what it looks like. Imagine that thing at a 5 foot tall. That's what we're dealing with here. Very, very intimidating. And then, you know, they gotta come back with, I knock your lollipop out. Oh, you took my word and put it in a sentence. You're so creative. Not. Then I say, I do like how you guys waited until we got everything out of the unit, got back home hours away before you chose to unblock me and respond. It shows how tough you really are. So I gotta try to dig at his manhood and hopefully get him a little mad, you know? You could have said it to my face basically, but you chose to say it over the computer because you're scared. That whole thing, you know, when you have big egos and tiny other things, messages like that really, really get them going. So that was my goal here, is to really get them going. I said I was literally in your city, probably 10 minutes from where you live. We could have had a face-to-face conversation very easily if you just asked when we were there. But I understand it's much easier to talk behind a computer where you never have to face the consequences of your mouth. This is very true with trolls. I've literally announced when we go to auctions, I announce if we have meetups, I announce where the units are. If somebody wanted to find me in person, it'd be very easy to do, very, very easy. But the thing is, they don't. They just like to talk over the computer where they're safe. They know in person, we'd say something back. They'd have consequences for their actions. They'd actually have to back up their mouth, which they're not gonna be able to do. So typing over the computer, lot safer option. Don't blame me there, buddy. Then I get the response back, whatever you say, bud. Which basically means, let's translate that into English. You're exactly right. I'm not really trying to do anything. I just want to talk tough because, you know, I'm a wuss. So I replied back and said, all right, I've had enough fun messing with you guys. Here's how it's gonna go. I paid $600 for this storage unit. Well, my voice just cracked there, woo. I paid $600 for this storage unit. If you want it back, you can come to me, pay me what I paid, $600. Not even looking to profit off your stuff. Seriously, I would have sold it back for the same exact price I bought it for. We got 3 videos out of it. We'll keep maybe the knives and a few other things, but for the most part, it was junk anyway. So if you want to buy it back for 600 bucks, feel free. But you have to come and haul it yourself, then it's yours. Literally giving you the opportunity to get whatever you want back at the same exact price I paid. That's not even including the 3-hour drives I had to make twice, so probably another 50 in gas. I'm literally offering to give it back to you after you came in threatening and insulting. I'm still offering to give it back to you after what I paid for it, so I'd still lose money if you don't include the videos. So then I replied back, or no, she replied back, sorry, I ain't paying you, beat. I don't deserve to have to pay to get my stuff back. And at this point, I was just like, it's just defeated. You can't win with these people. You really can't. They just have this victim mentality that no matter what they do, no matter what happens, it's never their fault and everybody should have to do everything for them. And I can't handle it. I really can't. So then I wrote back, this wasn't even me trying to be mean. This was just me being me, seriously speaking from the heart. This is not the first time this has happened to me, but it still amazes me. The level of entitlement shown by the people whose storage units we buy is just incredible. You sign a contract and don't fulfill your end of the contract, and then you blame everyone but yourself. If you wanted to keep your stuff, then you should have simply paid your bills. If you knew you were not going to be able to pay your bill, then you should have taken your stuff out of storage. The playing victim over and over again is never going to get you anywhere. That was legitimately just my exact feelings, not even trying to be mean, taking what I'm thinking, putting it to the keyboard and saying it. And then I get, of course, you really think anyone would take advice from you? You buy people's stuff for a living. People's, by the way, grammar, work on that. But what does that have to do with anything? Like any company that sells something, they usually don't make it. They buy it from somebody else and then resell it. Every business, like 99% of businesses are resellers in some sort. So I don't get their logic. I really do think that it just comes down to the fact that we enjoy what we do, we're happy, and we make good money doing it, and that irritates them. And I don't think there's any more than that. So I reply back, actually I make videos for a living. And the stuff I buy creates those videos, which is very, very true. Our bills, everything that we do is paid for 95% by our YouTube and Facebook videos. Maybe 5% comes from the reselling, but a large majority of it is everything's paid through by the video. So even in units like this, when your stuff sucked, by the way, other than a few things that really sucked, we'll still be fine. We'll still make a good amount of money on it because we have these videos and we have you all people to watch and support us, so thank you. And I replied back and said, you steal people's stuff, get locked up, lose your own stuff for a living, so I wouldn't talk. Ooh, burned right there. The whole reason we think she had lost the unit is because we found evidence that she had been locked up in prison for grand larceny. So where are you talking? Where are you getting this from? Who do you think you are? But since you want to be like that, I do have to say, thank you for this hilarious video. I'm sure everyone is going to love this conversation once it goes public. I've already screenshotted everything and can already tell you this video is going to be hilarious. I knew that she was already mad that I was posting the videos of the storage unit where we didn't say their name, we didn't show pictures, we didn't do nothing like that. So nobody ever would have known this was yours except for you if you just kept your mouth shut. Just saying. So then she says, if this goes on Facebook, then it's over for you. Over! In all caps, what did I say earlier? All those capital letters near each other. Ooh, I'm so scared. So scared. For the life of me, I'll never understand how one human being can be afraid of another human being. I just don't get it. I really don't. There's nothing anybody can text me over a computer or something that's gonna scare me. I don't understand the logic in that. Plus, I don't leave my house unarmed. So, I mean, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Just had to put it like that. Well, then I replied back, well, I can absolutely promise you this will be on YouTube today. Here it is, guys. Woo! Leave it a thumbs up, by the way. On Facebook in the near future with a smiley face again, just re-emphasizing, you know, haha, we happy, you're not. And then she goes back and says, okay, be ready then. Ooh, I'm ready, I'm terrified. And I literally told, this is the truth too, I said, I've been hoping the day would come where one of you angry people is more than just a big mouth on a computer and actually tries to say something in person. It would be such a great video. But 3 years into buying units, still never happened. That's very true. What people don't understand is we make YouTube videos for a living. So the more problems you cause us is just more content for us. So all you're doing is helping us. Nobody cares about your trash talk. Not one soul is even 1/100000th of a percentage intimidating by your mouth through Facebook. So all you're doing is basically saying, I hate you so much that I want to give you this content to make more money and make more entertainment for it. That's all you're doing. You can't win against YouTubers. You really can't, because no matter what you do or say, all you're doing is providing content for us. So we thank and love you, angry haters. And then I replied, you came at me talking crap. I still offered you to give your unit back for what I paid for it, and you still have a problem with that. I can't win with you, so I'm done. Good luck. And then what do you think happens after that? When somebody puts logic in your face, I was blocked once again. So this time, I guess we are done until, you know, something else pops up, until they get some more liquid courage, or I don't know. But anyway, guys, it was too good of an opportunity not to make a video. They were just too much fun. When people present this much stupid, you have to make fun of them. If you haven't seen the storage unit this lady lost, check the links down in the description, because it'll leave you wondering why she's even mad, to be honest with you. But oh well, hope you enjoyed it. Peace.